said, I'm here because he said, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. And our subject matter is Shalawam Yasharahla, in the name of the Lord and Savior. So we're going to see the significance in this. As we go through these scriptures, you're going to see how important it is. And when the day of Pentecost, this is a holy convocation that we have, that the Most High said we're supposed to come together, was fully come. They were all with one accord in one place. Pentecost is 5. So that's 50 days after the Passover. They all come together. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. So this rushing mighty wind, right? So what is this rushing mighty wind? Go to 2nd Ezra 8 and 21. It says, this is the Most High, pertaining to the Most High, whose throne is inestimable. It cannot be measured. His throne cannot be measured. His powers and authority cannot be measured. Whose glory may not be comprehended. You hear that? Whose glory may not be comprehended. Before whom the host of angels stand with trembling. That's why I say fear the Most High. And anytime we want to worship an angel came before us, you scared to death. No, worship the Most High. No, don't worship me. They never let you worship them. Any angel that allow you to worship him is a demonic angel. It says, whose service, Most High's service, is conversing. He have a conversation in wind and fire. Keep that in mind. So now we're understanding that the Most High is bringing forth a conversation with those that's at the Feast of Pentecost, the holy convocation, let me say, of the Pentecost. Verse 2, and suddenly, of Acts 2nd chapter, and suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind. It's the conversation of the Most High speaking. And it filled all the house where they were sitting. The conversation of the Most High. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire. And it sat upon each of them. Now what is this fire? Jeremiah 23:29. Jeremiah 23 and 29. Is not my word like as a fire? So the word of the Most High is coming. He having a conversation. Is not my word like as a fire? Said the Most High. Is not my word like as a fire, said the Most High, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? That's why he told you, man. Hebrews 4 and 12. Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful. Remember, they're going to be endowed with power. So, the word of the Most High is powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. That's what it does. It are the joints and marrow. The marrow that's in between your bones. That marrow that's in between your bones. And is the discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. The thoughts and intents of the way you think. So now, so the word, the conversation of the Most High. Remember what Mashiach said, I will not leave you comfortless. Now, is not my word like as a fire? He's conversing. He have a conversation, which the only way you're going to hear a conversation is through words. He speaks in a conversation by wind and fire. Remember it said in 2nd Ezra 8 and 22? whose service is conversant in wind and fire, whose word is true and saying constant, whose commandment is strong and ordinance fearful. But I'm here because he said whose service is conversant in wind and fire. So far, that's what we've seen, wind and fire. Acts 2:2. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. Remember he said, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. And Mashiach told him that. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues, different languages. The tongues mean languages. Like as of fire, which is what? The word of the Most High. And it sat upon each of them. Now, last I've seen, go to Revelation 19. And verse 13. This talks under the Mashiach Yahushua as he coming back to judge and make wars. You read in verse 11. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. He's coming to kill a lot of people. They tell you his blood gonna be shed all up on his vesture. When you read Isaiah the 63rd chapter, first verse down. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called the Word of the Most High. And his name is called the Word of the Most High. But I said about he coming with a name that no man knows but he himself. So, verse 12 says, his eyes were as a flame of fire, on his head with many crowns. Power and authority been given to him. Remember it says dominion we just read about in Daniel 7th chapter? And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. There it is right there. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. Understand this. The Most High have a voice. And from a voice come words. And the Mashiach Shai is the Word of the Most High. That's why, when he was on the earth, he said this. Who hears him? We got to hear this. We got to open our ears. He said, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. We got to hear this. As he said. Go to... He said in St. John 14:10, believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very work's sake. So he let you know the words that he's speaking are the words of the Most High. Like I said, the Most High have a voice, and from a voice come words, and he is the Word of the Most High. I told you that in St. John 1:1. This is nothing new. Remember, there's no New Testament. There's only the Old Testament. In the beginning, that's Genesis 1:1, was the Word. And the Word was with the Most High. He just become the Word. He is the Word of the Most High. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with the Most High, and the Word was Mashiach Yahushua as God. We didn't deal with, yes we did, thy God. We dealt with that. From Hebrews 1:8 down, and Isaiah 45:6-7. So he is called God. So, but here it is. That's why I say you read it like it's written, it's confusing. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. Now come on. How can he be in the beginning with himself? No. The Most High can't be with himself. You see? It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the Most High. This is the Mashiach Yahushua, and the Word was a Mashiach Yahushua. He's the Word of the Most High. Speaking the words of the Most High. Most have a voice. Most have a voice. Why you say, hearken to my voice. Hearken to me. Listen to me. From that voice came words. He's that word of the Most High, speaking. He said the same was in the beginning with the Most High. The same word of the Most High was in the beginning with the Most High. He was the word of the Most High, and he is the spirit of the Most High. He's the angel of the Most High. In the beginning. Real quick. Ephesians 3 and 9. Well, let's go back to what we hear. We just continue. It says, all things were made by him, by Mashiach Yahushua, and without him was not anything made that was made. Right? So, Ephesians 3 and 9. This is something that's unknown. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery. That's something that's a secret to most people. Which from the beginning of the world, Genesis 1 and 1, in the beginning, again, has been hid in the Most High, who created all things by Hamashiach Yahushai. There it is. So, but if you understand, when he's saying, if you went over your head, when he said to the Most High, we went to St. John 17 and 5, he said, and now, O Father, O Most High, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. Do you understand that? He said he was with the Most High before the world was. The Most High just told you he created all things by Mashiach Yahushua. He just explained to you tonight that he was the angel of the Most High. He make it go to Psalms 104 and 4. Psalms 104 and 4. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers of flaming fire. That's the same thing we read in Hebrews. So I tell you, you got to know the Old Testament to realize this all they had to go by was the law and the prophets. Hebrews 1 and 7. And of the angels he said, who maketh his angels spirits, and his ministers a flame of fire. Same thing we just read. That's what I'm saying. You go back and forth, you see that they just repeating the things that was written in the Old Testament. And sometimes to give understanding of what it's saying. That's why it says, but unto the Son he said, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of thy righteousness is a scepter of thy kingdom. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore God, even thy God. I'm just reading like it's written. Because the Most High don't have a power. He is the power. Remember, my second side told us in St. John 14:28 that the Most High is greater than all. Greater than him. You need to be greater than someone. You can't be the same. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore, God, even thy God. Therefore, the Most High, even your power. No, therefore, Hamashiach Yahushai, even thy power. Even the Most High hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows, which are the angels. A top angel. So you see here in Psalms 104 and 4, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers of flaming fire. So the Most High said in Hebrews 1 and 2, having these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he have appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. That's plural. WRLDS. Worlds. Many worlds. He made the worlds. So here he is in Genesis, the first chapter. We read St. John 1 and 1. In the beginning was the Word. Word was with the Most High. The Word was Hamashiach Yahushua. In the beginning. Here we are now. It says God created the heaven and the earth. In the Hebrew it says Elohim, the Most High Hamashiach Yahushua. Created the heavens and the earth. He just told you that he created all things by Hamashiach Yahushua. He said without him was not nothing anything made. Listen, and the earth was without form. And before he said he was with the Most High before the world was. Here it is. The earth was without form. It ain't even formed yet. And void, but the Mashiach of Shai is with the Most High. And darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the face of the waters. So the Spirit of the Most High here is who? Mashiach Yahushua. As an angel of the Most High. As the Spirit of the Most High. Remember, he make his angel spirits? So it could say Spirit of the Most High, could say angel of the Most High. Moved upon the face of the waters. Everything comes from the waters. And the Most High said, let there be light, and there was light. The Most High saw that the light, that it was good, and the Most High divided the light from the darkness. And the Most High called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So a day starts from the evening when the sun goes down, when it's dark, to the next evening when it gets dark. That's a day to the Most High. Even with us, we start like 4 hours, probably generally 4 hours, sometime, depending on when it gets dark, wherever you're at. But at 12 o'clock, going to be the next day anyway. I mean, it's not hard to understand. Most I just telling you this starts. That's why they got everything backwards, how they do things. But our day starts in the evening, when it gets dark. That's the day. It's starting. A new day. Whereas he'll say, the white man says it starts at 12 o'clock at night. We're going to talk about 3 hours less or 3 to 4 hours less. You see? But I'm just showing you here that the Spirit of the Most High moved upon the waters. That's the Mashiach Yahushua. That's why he said in verse 26, Genesis 1:26, and the Most High said, let us, that's plural, let us make man in our image. That's plural. That's him and the Mashiach Yahushua together. After our likeness. See? That's plural. It's not the Most High by himself. It's him and the Mashiach Yahushua. That's why when you get to, it's a mystery. But if you don't see him, he say, for lo, I come in the volume of the book. You don't see him, then how you know him? That's why he say, many gonna say in that day, Mashiach, Mashiach. We did this in that day. We did that in that day. We did all this in that day. We said, you probably used to work a nigga. I never knew you. You only know me from a little bit from Matthew to John. And you don't understand these scriptures through the precepts, then how you really took the time to know me. And I come in the volume of the book. Here, I'm showing you him here. Exodus 3 and 2. And the angel of the Most High, okay. Could we say it's the Spirit of the Most High? Since he said he make his angel spirits, his spirits angels, it's the same thing, same entity. And the angel of the Most High appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. So that fire is the word of the Most High. Remember that. And it's burning, it's burning, it's burning, it's burning. You see? But it was the angel of the Most High that's speaking to Moses. Always. There's always the Spirit of the Most High. Always the angel of the Most High. He sent Uriel. He sent Gabriel. He sent Raphael. He sent Michael. Angel of the Most High. Spirit of the Most High. Either or. Same entity. Just called by an angel or spirit. You see? Like when you look, let me give you a prime example. This might be a review for some. If not, we can't review it enough. I mean, it's very important that we see certain things. Go to Revelation, the 3rd chapter. We'll deal with that. And we're going to show you that. You're going to say angel was talking about the Spirit of the Most High. Angel of the Most High, Spirit of the Most High. Listen. Revelation 3 and 1. And unto the angel of the church in Larsis. That's what I'm just dealing with angel. The word angel. And spirit. Now, it's speaking all the way down. So lucky. I have to get another Bible. That's woe out. Revelation 3rd chapter is woe out in that Bible. So you get another Bible. So lucky. So Revelation 3 and 1. And unto the angel of the church of Sardis rite. I'm just looking at the angel. Just like the angel of the Most High came to Moses, right? So now it says, verse 6, it says, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. See? Then it says, and the angel of the church of in Philadelphia, right? Verse 13. He that hath an ear, he's speaking all these words until we get to verse 13. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit, see, saith unto the churches. So the angel is speaking, then he comes back and say the Spirit. It's the same entity. It says in verse 14, and the angel of the church of the Laodiceans write, and unto the angel of the church of the Laodiceans write, right? So the angel was speaking. All the words after verse 13. Then it comes back and says, verse 22, he that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. See? Just want to make that clear to you. So, yeah, that's why it says in Psalms, he maketh his angel spirits, right? His ministers of flaming fire. We know that fire is the word of the Most High. Okay, so now, let's go to Acts, the 2nd chapter. Before we go there, we got a little time. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, 10th chapter. Because remember, we were in the wilderness, the Israelites, for 40 years. Led around in the wilderness for 40 years. Now, go to 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. And it says, moreover, brethren, I would not, verse 1, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant. I mean, being in darkness, not knowing how that all our fathers were under the cloud. The cloud is a what? What's the cloud? Chariot. Vehicle of the Most High. IFO, identified flying object. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant that how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud, in the sea, and in the sea. That's that IFO. Remember, he making this chair as angels, full of angels, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, get the same spiritual drink, as you read the laws that Moses gave us, through the power of the Most High, and the Mashiach Yahushua, as the angel of the Most High, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock, not a fleshly rock, but a spiritual rock, an angel that followed them, and that rock, or that spiritual rock, that was invisible, that's an angel, was Mashiach. Let's talk about it in the wilderness. That's why when you go back to Exodus 3 and 2, that's why it's a mystery. Exodus 3 and 2. And the angel of the Most High was the same spirit of the Most High that was in Genesis 1 and 2. You can say, and the angel of the Most High moved upon the waters, but it said the spirit of the Most High, still the angel of the Most High. Right? Let us go down and make man in our image, in our likeness. Most High, the Mashiach, he told you in Ephesians 3 and 9, the Most High, the mystery of the Most High, who created all things by Hamashiach Yahushua. Told you in St. John 1 and 3, all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Right? So, we look at Exodus 3 and 2. And remember, don't forget 1 Corinthians 3:23. And keep in mind, there is no New Testament. There's only the law and the prophets. We'll be reading from here. And the angel of the Most High appeared unto him in a flame of fire, right? So now, when you go to verse 11. And Moses said unto God, it says, but we know that Mashiach Yahushua is God. God, even thy God, have anointed you above thy fellows, above the angels, right? So this is he's talking to the Most High through the angel. And Moses said unto the Most High, who am I that I should go up unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? Mind you, it said, and that rock that followed us was who? Mashiach. We just read that. And he said, certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the children out of Egypt, ye shall serve the Most High upon this mountain. And Moses said unto the Most High, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the power of your fathers have sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you, right? That's how it's been taught. That's how most people know it, just like I said it, right? But it said, I am have sent me unto you, right? So we don't forget, ye are Mashiachim, and Mashiach is the Most High's. Don't forget what he said, no man cometh to the Father but by me. We can go into it deeply. It said he's a mediator between us and the Most High. David said in Psalms 110:1, don't forget it. He said, the Most High said unto my power, sit thee on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Right? So how did David say that? It's saying it. Mashiach Yahushua, he addressed that. How's David saying that? How's he saying that? His power. That's what he said. You know, remember he said that? Go to Psalms 110:1. That's why when you look at this, you have to, that's why he said, he gonna say, depart from you that work iniquity, I never knew you. But you ain't trying to know him well enough. Psalms 110:1. And the Most High said unto my power, the Most High said unto, and even here, they have a capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, and capital L, lowercase o, and lowercase r, lowercase d. That's two lords, two different lords. Most High and Mashiach Yahushua, who is David's power. Sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Most High telling himself that? No. He's telling the Mashiach Yahushua. We shown through the Spirit how he sit on the right hand side of the Most High. So go to Mark 12:35. St. Mark 12:35. And the Mashiach will say, answering said it while he taught in the temple. How say the scribes that Mashiach is the son of David? Say, how do the scribes say that Mashiach is the son of David? For David himself said by the Holy Spirit. Hear that? David himself said by the Holy Spirit, the Most High said unto my power, sit thou on my right hand till I make thine enemies thy footstool. David therefore himself calleth him Lord. Showing you, giving you the understanding of Psalms 110:1. You don't believe in him? You don't believe what he's saying? He's telling you the understanding of Psalms 110:1. Once again, verse 35 of Mark the 12th chapter. And the Mashiach answered said, while he taught in the temple, how say the scribes that Mashiach, very important, not Jesus, but Mashiach, the Messiah, is the son of David? How are they saying that the Messiah is the son of David? For David himself said, by the Holy Spirit. That's why he said it. He said it by the Holy Spirit. Spirit of the Most High. The Lord said unto my Lord, the Most High said unto my power, who is a Mashiach Yahushai, sit thou on my right hand till I make thine enemies thy footstool. David therefore himself calleth him Mashiach. And whence is he then his son? David himself called him master, I'll say. And whence is he then his son? And the common people heard him gladly. See, he's messing with him like you've been messed with. He's a stumbling block. Tells you he's a stumbling block. A lot of people stumbling over him. But here he is. Right here. David called him his master. See? Then you know. This is nothing new under the sun. He just messing with them. Remember, he's spoken parables. He want everybody to be converted. He don't want everybody to get this. Some things are mystery. Have been held in the Most High, as it is written. So, once again, going back to Acts, the 2nd chapter. Just a moment.